So I'm just going to take a little bit of this pastry, a bit too much here. So assuming you've got some trimmings over, or you haven't quite used all that puff pastry rolled, this is what you can do with some bits of food that are left over. So we all buy a bit of cheese at Christmas, and we all buy too much cheese at Christmas. We've probably bought pickles or mustards or something. Again, probably got a bit too much left over, or you've been given it, or in a hamper or something, and you don't know what to do with it. So you're going to roll out your pastry once again as thin as you can, with a little bit more flour. You can use any flour, so if you haven't got any ordinary flour, you could use some corn flour, bread flour, preferably just ordinary flour. You don't really need self-raising flour for this. So here we have a nice, very thin piece of puff pastry rolled out. So I've got some mustard here, a bit left over in the fridge. I'm going to give it a good shake, and I'm going to put a little. This is American mustard, so it's not as strong as some mustards that we use. It's not like English mustard. And I'm just going to take the back of a spoon, and I'm just going to spread it out. So as I say, if you've got some chutney, or you've got mustard, or horseradish is a bit strong, even a bit of tomato paste would do. Not tomato ketchup, that would be a bit sweet. So you can see, hopefully you can see, there's your pastry fully mustarded. And then some cheese. So you want to get some grated cheese of some sort. It can be anything that you've got leftover bits, and grate them with the grater, or pop them in a processor if you've got one, or just very carefully thinly slice it down. I've got some ready grated cheese here that has been sitting around, so I'm going to put a handful of this grated cheese all the way over to cover the mustard, just like that. And then I'm going to go from the long end to the other end, and I'm, with my hand, I'm just pushing it all down. And I'm going to roll that. Turn it again and roll it again until it's really lovely and thin, like that. I'm going to cut that in half. And the simplest of simplest things is I'm just going to cut it down into little pieces. This is a brilliant way of using up some pastry and some cheese, and a bit of, you could put, if you've got some cold meats left, a bit of bacon, you could add that to it. And you don't have to chop it down like this, but this is a really nice lunch box filler as well for the children. So I'm just going to mix that away. I'm going to get myself a baking tin. And again, you can use some parchment paper, or I've got one of these pieces of paper which is like a forever parchment paper. And so you can try and twist like that, like a typical cheese straw, or you can just put them flat on the tray. And these go into a hot oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. And they're really lovely just to munch. As I say, it's a little snack to go in your lunch boxes, or put some extra bits of meat, or a bit of ham or salami or something in there. and keep them a bit bigger, and you've got them almost like an evening snack, like a pie. You could add more cheese or different cheese to it, and that would be very, very nice. So you can see they're coming up quite, I mean, how easy was that? A tiny little bit of pastry. And I'm sure you can experiment with lots of ideas here as to how you might make your own cheese straws or something. A very nice thing to have with a drink on New Year's Eve as well. So obviously you're going to be getting your packs today on the 30th, so you get going in the kitchen. You could have a little snack to eat tomorrow night while seeing 2020 out, because we all want to say goodbye to 2020. And let's say goodbye to 2020 with a nice cheese straw. I probably could have chosen a bigger tray for this, but anyway, we'll see what happens with these. I think they'll probably spread a bit too fast. They're going in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll see what they're like when they come out. Last minute thing, which was the cheese straws, and they've come out really beautifully. I did say that they might be a little bit close together, but it doesn't matter. They also look delicious. So that's a really clever way of using up a few bits of pastry that you've got left over. It doesn't have to be puff pastry, it could be short crust pastry, and also using up your old bits of cheese or cold meats, as I said before, your chutneys, all the things that you're not quite sure that you're going to use again and you don't want to throw away. So I'm the no throwaway queen here. So there you are. There you have your 3 very easy dishes to do with either things that you might have in the fridge or things that you've got in the store cupboard, or something that's going to be quick and easy to eat and also tasty and the children will enjoy. So thank you for watching, and please, if you make these recipes, let me know how you get on and send me some photos. Thanks very much. Bye for now.